This time on Whatever We Want, we talk about
mashups of characters we want to see fight each other. We get into the details of that more later, but we're joined by a very special guest, my friend Julia. Their time comes down in the description if you want to jump around. Let's just jump into things. Enjoy!
Boom.
PreBanter. Peanut butter. Daniel, how you doing, my friend?
What was that accent you're putting on that, my guy?
I'm just doing like a
Mikey.
It wasn't an accent. All right. Well, I really enjoyed this episode, and it was kind of a long one, so I just want to like jump into things. Are you okay with that? If we just jump into the introduction?
Yeah. Let's just go right into it.
All right. You may want us to talk about this or that, but we don't care. We're going to talk about whatever we want. Blah. Welcome back to Whatever We Want, the podcast where we, Jake and Dale, the definitely handsome gentlemen, talk about movies, TV shows, giving behind-the-scenes insights, thinking techniques, all that jazz, and more.
There you go.
We're also joined by my special friend, Julia, and Mac a couple times. You might have just heard him meow again.
Yeah,
he
I
interrupts
did.
the podcast a lot, so enjoy. Here it goes. Julia, thank you so much for being on the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me here. I'm excited.
Yeah, no problem. You are just my friend from my acapella group. That's how we know each other. I'm repping the shades of blue right now, actually.
I noticed that earlier.
I'm really hot, so I might have to take this off later. But yeah, and Daniel, you have met Julia before.
Yeah, we've met. It's more like in passing, but yeah, we've met.
We've all drank.
We've discorded.
And
Yeah,
Discorded,
We've
yeah.
We've among us.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we
That
have
is
among
true.
us. You have stabbed me in the back before.
Maybe let's not bring that up. This might get off to a rough start. Julia's boyfriend Noah is actually also doing a podcast we've talked about before, but you should definitely check that out. Sticky Sports Side. It's about like sports betting. It's really good.
Ooh.
Yeah, check it out.
Hop on the gravy train.
Yeah. That link is down in the description and everything. But today we are talking about answering this question. So if you could watch any two characters fight, who would you choose? And we're going to talk about like who would win. So as our guest, Julia, I think you should go first in that question.
I noticed when compiling my mess of thoughts today that I feel like I have a lot of like one side of the fight, and I don't know if I have good matchups. So I might ask for your help there.
That's the thing. I was actually going to say, I was talking to some other people about this today, and I think it would be good to have like one that seems like they're going to win, and then we can talk about maybe how the underdog would like get an advantage. So like that's good. So feel free to shoot away.
We propose the greatest warrior.
Yeah.
Well, my inspiration for this was, I think Noah and I were watching the second What If episode,
Okay.
which I'm also a total fraud because I haven't listened to your podcasts in a while because I'm only like 3 episodes
All
deep
good.
on
All
What
good.
If. But no, I had the thought, even when watching the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and I was like, there simply is no one more overpowered than Yondu, and no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
talk
That is
about
kind of true.
Well, there's that whole scene in the second Guardians of the Galaxy where he's just strolling through with Rocket and Baby Groot, and there's just bodies falling from the ceiling. And I was like, this guy could sit up behind a window, sipping tea, and demolish the planet.
What if he
Could
couldn't
he though?
whistle?
Because he like needs to whistle. Yeah, that's the thing.
No, but what if like his lips are chapped? He's like, oh no, my one weakness, winter.
He was like, the winter solstice.
Yeah. Who would you put him against? Do you have anyone?
I saw something humorous about it, and they were talking about, I forget his last name, but they called him like Yondu Mary Poppins, and they were like, oh, how funny would it be if it was Yondu versus the actual Mary Poppins?
Oh my gosh. Well, to be fair, she's got like some magical things up her sleeve. Like I don't know what witchery she's got going on. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Mary Poppins is a witch.
She kind of is.
I wouldn't be
Do you want
surprised
to
in
elaborate on that, or
actuality.
do you just want to open it up into like discussion? Like, do you have any more thoughts on Mary Poppins?
I'll offer to open up because I have not seen Mary Poppins in years.
I mean, I haven't either. I know
Yeah,
there's like
same.
a chimney, so maybe she'll whap him with like a chimney sweep thing.
That's it. There's a chimney thing. And she floats.
I feel like she could use her appearance as like this nice like nurse almost figure to like get Yondu by surprise and just like snap his like mohawk off, and then he's screwed.
Ooh, that would hurt.
Yeah,
That hurt like a lot.
that's the
Imagine
one. That's like his Achilles heel, like because he has. Like he can whistle as long as he has like the thing we even see in Guardians 2 when Nebula like shoots the thing off his head that he's
Or
then
if you
pretty
break
helpless.
the arrow.
That is true. What if he had like multiple arrows?
I was
Control
just
with like
gonna ask,
different
he
like
only
pictures.
has one,
Surprise.
right?
That is true. If you could just get that one arrow like when he's sleeping or like putting on chapstick or something.
You do that what Loki does in a
when he's applying his Vaseline.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It was Avengers. What Loki does in Avengers, he just like catches it, and he's just like,
oh yeah,
I catch you now.
I thought you were saying Avengers when Mary Poppins comes in.
Is she like? I hate. I'm about to use this comparison. Did you guys ever see Imagination Movers?
I haven't. What is that?
No, what is that?
It was one of those Disney Channel shows that was like 5 grown men that probably shouldn't be on Disney Channel. And there was this one guy, don't know why I know, but I'm pretty sure his name was Dave. And he had that, like, you know, one of those like bottomless bags. Didn't Mary Poppins have one of those like bottomless bags?
Yes, yeah,
she?
yes.
Like she like
did.
reaches into
she pulls,
it.
like a
So
canoe out of the
in
new one, I think.
theory, does she just have any weapon she wants?
That is true. Yeah, she could
That
pull
is
out a
true.
mohawk and a whistle arrow or something.
Like, does she just decide what's in it? Is just like some magic pot?
Or maybe it's just stuff that she's like prepped. Like maybe it's only just like things that she has for kids. So maybe she only has like an arsenal of like spoonfuls of sugar and
And a quiche for breakfast, you know?
Yeah. Doesn't she also have some like animal controlling power? Like doesn't she like sing to a bird? Kind of like Disney princess junk going on there.
Pretty sure she does.
There's a penguin in the movie, right?
Yeah.
There's animated.
okay.
She has the power of animation on her side. I forgot. I think Mary Poppins is a sleeper because like
Yeah,
You're like,
has
are we
some-
deciding that
pretty
Mary
powerful.
Poppins coming out on top here?
I think if she could get the sneak attack on Yondu before he knows what's happening, she could do some voodoo junk and own it. I don't know. That's how I could see Mary Poppins winning. Just like spoonful of sugar him so his lips are chapped, and then take him down. I don't know. My vote's
I
Mary
feel like
Poppins.
this concept.
I think it's Mary Poppins, too.
Yeah. I mean, especially we were talking about the fact that having this single arrow. I mean, that's got to be how they
Yeah.
nerfed him
Definitely.
because he loses it and then he just goes to open up a shop on have a normal life.
Yeah. Well, she also like can like travel dimensions, I think, because she jumps into that animation world. So she's really
That is
powerful.
true.
She can maybe not fly, but at least float.
She can. It's like Buzz
She can
Lightyear.
hover.
It's falling with style. All right. I think with that, I think Mary Poppins is on top somehow.
Let's go, Mary Poppins.
Yeah. I vote Mary Poppins there.
All right. So
I'm glad
Daniel.
this is how we started this.
Yeah.
So mine's a little bit on the extremes. Julia, have you seen What If?
It's 3 or 4 episodes of it.
Oh man.
I'm not going to be offended if you spoil anything because I'm behind the times.
Okay, well there's this one character, it's another version of Ultron, right? So I was thinking,
Oh,
what
that
if it
makes
was
me excited.
what if it was Jake knows. What if it's Ultron versus Shaggy?
Versus Shaggy.
Yeah, where he has just like 1% of his power. Like who would
Oh my gosh, I haven't followed all those like Shaggy memes. Wasn't it like Shaggy versus like Chungus, whatever, Bugs Bunny or whatever? Oh my
Yeah, but
gosh,
those-
my sister's
those
cat
are, like,
again.
all,
I'll be
like-
right back. You keep that's disgusting.
Also, are we talking about like I saw her on the counter, it wasn't me, Shaggy, or are we talking about like Scooby and Shaggy?
No, we're talking about Scooby and Shaggy. You don't know those memes where it's like Shaggy's like super buff and he's like all crazy? There's actually, it's canon now. Cause what was
It's
it?
canon now?
It's canon because there's this thing with like Mortal Kombat and like, I don't know, it's a weird crossover. And it was like the Mortal Kombat symbol and like Shaggy came out and he's like all anime powered up and he's like, oh yeah, man. And then like the thing closed. I don't know what it was. It was like some intro to something, but it was like, because it was done by Warner Bros, it was like canon.
Wow.
So like Ultimate Power Shaggy's like canon now.
I really thought I was a little concerned you were talking about like 2000s R&B artist Shaggy, and I was like,
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, hold on. My sister's cat just turned off the light. We cannot be in here.
he just gets away with it every crime. He goes, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Okay, wait, he's not moving.
I heard the
so if he
cat.
turned off the light again. That's
I
why.
saw that. That was funny.
Oh my gosh. I was like, did the power go out? But I was like, no, I'm still sorry, I'm all over the place. But all right, so Shaggy or Ultron.
Yes.
Or
Or as we call, what did we call him?
Mulchella.
Mochella.
called him.
Yeah. There's reasoning behind it, but yeah.
I don't want to spoil that version
I'll
of
catch up
Ultron.
someday. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything either.
Well, Ultron
so,
can survive in space, so could he just take Shaggy to space?
well, so can Shaggy.
We go
What?
boom.
I don't know enough about Shaggy, Daniel. I'm just going to argue for Ultron. You have to argue back with Shaggy, I guess.
I'm going to say because Shaggy, because of his power level, he's able to manipulate matter on a very like minuscule level. So with that, he'd be able to kind of like counteract a lot of things that Ultron would be able to do. I think Shaggy still comes out on top.
I'll just take your word for it then, I guess.
I thought I was
Like, I mean, if you're this passionate.
Dang. Anything you want to add to that, Julia?
I still rooting for 2000s R&B Shaggy, if you're
asking. Let's be real. That's the real one.
Well, I said, he gets get away with anything. He goes, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah. I think for my first mashup that I had, I said I was just thinking of characters I enjoy, and I was like Avatar Aang versus Darth Vader. Those are two characters I really like. Have you seen Avatar, Julia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Have you seen Star Wars?
Star Wars, yeah.
I'm gonna get booted from this call. No, I have. I forget the one I most recently saw. Actually, this past year with my sister and her husband, but I'm not frequently well versed.
That's all good. I mean, It's Darth Vader.
I forgot. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Got
it was
the Force.
It's the one who has not Adam Driver. Is that Adam Driver?
That's not Adam Driver. That's Kylo Ren.
Kylo. Yeah. Well, listen.
All right. Well,
I remember the face.
Yeah, true. I think I would say who do you guys think would win between those two? I have some points, but
you see, that's a tough one. Okay, are we converting energy bending to the Force? Like, is that like same level tier? Because that's important there.
I don't know. Like energy bending, like he can take his Force away. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like, is that a possibility, or like what's going on with that?
I don't know, because well, to be fair, he could just like break his helmet and then he would like suffocate. But also, I don't know. What were you saying, Julia?
That's a tough one.
No, you're good. I was just saying, are we talking like final form Aang's controlling all 4 elements, or are we just talking like everyday Aang's on?
Yeah, are we talking about like 12-year-old Aang, or are we talking about like Master Aang?
I say
like Aang's like found Zen.
I say end of the series, end of Avatar. When he's like, yeah,
that changes things.
I think, I don't know if you guys have seen Korra, but there is a scene where like an airbender like puts a bubble around a person and literally like sucks the air out of their lungs. So that is something he could do. But I feel
like with that, Darth Vader could do the opposite and like use the Force, like regulate it and get it back in.
Well, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. Darth Vader could Force choke Aang, but Aang could airbend air into his lungs.
Where's the fight happening at? Because if we're in space, Aang is neutralized.
Oh.
It's a Wendy's parking lot.
Then that makes it tougher.
I like that.
Real neutral battleground.
I think all of these for the future should be just in Wendy's parking lots.
Sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru.
Hold on, he's going for the light again. No.
This is the most he's had to run away from Mac.
I know. I'm pushing you out of the room. Mac, I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, I was like, is this cat opening the door?
No. I let him in because he was meowing and being loud. I was like, I know that's going to pick up on the mic. And then
I think we know the winner between Mac and Jake's setup.
Mac in the podcast.
Mac's not having it tonight.
I know. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was saying Appa could just like sit on Vader or something, come out of nowhere.
I want to argue, if Darth Vader's only specialty here is the Force, and aside from that, he's just like a 50-year-old man.
He's got a lightsaber.
He has a lightsaber, and he's highly skilled with martial arts.
That's a good point.
With martial arts.
I was going to say, I feel like when you're
swords play.
Fencing. Fencing. I just said, I feel like if you're running 4 elements, you have to have some kind of a bonus.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Vader could technically manipulate all the matter with the Force. Like, he can manipulate fire with the Force, he can manipulate water with the Force, he can do that all with... He can also do more. He could do, like, Aang can't metal bend, but Vader
can chuck a piece of metal at
Yeah. So...
And also, I feel
in
like
this case, I think the Force is more powerful, actually.
Vader has, like, armor, and Aang's, like, shirtless, so, like... That's something to consider as well. And also, Darth Vader's specialty is younglings. Aang is 12. I think we've solved it there.
I don't like the sentence Darth Vader's specialty is younglings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that could be taken a lot of different ways, honestly.
Then let's move on from this one to the next one.
He goes, let's not.
Well, let's do a vote. I think Aang is more nimble. Honestly.
Well, also, we have to take into account that Aang doesn't like to kill.
Yeah.
Are we doing it to the death? Like, no matter what?
Is this Vader post Luke turning him to the light side?
I think Vader
I was going to say,
kill.
I feel like when we're talking conscious or having empathy, I was going to bring up the whole
willing
at
to
least
kill
he has
younglings or not.
agility.
Yeah.
But I mean, aside
Yeah.
from that,
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Darth Vader, you might have swayed me towards that. What's your vote, Julia?
I think you also swayed me towards Darth Vader.
All right, Vader it is then. Sorry,
He's
Aang.
young. He's got a lot to grow.
Yeah, not if Vader gets to him. All right.
You know, Vader and his younglings.
Yeah. Julia, do you have another one you would like to discuss?
Oh, no. Okay.
How many does everyone
Maybe.
have? But I don't want to. Yeah.
I only got a couple. Not gonna lie, today I was coding a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I think I have a lot of like one-sided that I can put someone forward and you can propose a good opponent, maybe from
Right.
your roster.
I like
do
that.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I will say just kind of a separate thought because something I was thinking about the concept of Jarvis today. Because I feel like Jarvis should be a lot more unstoppable than he is. And I almost want Tony Stark essentially created the perfect AI. And like within that, I'm assuming the fact that he's kind of the perfect AI, he has this like empathy, and maybe that's why he doesn't just decide like, hey, if I wanted to take over the world, I could. But aside from that, I mean, Jarvis is ridiculously powerful, and all I can think is, did Tony Stark either intentionally render him without something so he didn't have that ability, or is Jarvis just like a good guy?
Yeah.
Like, does he
probably
have
put
that
him, like,
emotional capability?
I don't know. I mean, that's arguable. I mean, that's a good matchup for that would be putting him against Zola. Because at the same time, like we've seen him beat Ultron, and both Zola is also technically being. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. There's caveats.
Dot.
Yeah. But with that question, they're actually kind of on par if you think about it. With like Zola still being like a living AI versus Jarvis, who's like a full-on AI, but like at that same level. So Jake? Who do you think would be on top there?
I don't feel like I know enough about Zola to make a decision there. I like Jarvis and Paul Bettany, so I want to say him. But I agree that Jarvis is like really powerful, and I wonder if like in the MCU they like decided to make him Vision so that they could like honestly nerf him a bit, so that people didn't start asking these questions. Like, is that the one you want us to figure out who would go against Jarvis?
I mean, yeah, if you want, I have a few. One.
I'd say a cup
Have
of
you guys
coffee.
seen 13 going on 30?
Just a computer that's holding Jarvis.
Yeah.
I'm triggered by that.
Sorry,
a quarter
what were you
inch of water.
Yeah. Sorry, 13 going on 30. I think I've seen parts of that. I have seen parts of that.
I was just asking. I just watched it this past Sunday, and the boss at like the magazine editing company or whatever is the guy that plays Ulysses Claw.
Oh, really? Andy Serkis?
And all I could think of was Ulysses Claw versus 13 going on 30 version of Andy Serkis.
Yeah, we should do that. Like characters, like actors
Of like
versus
same
different,
actor, but
like Frozone versus like that guy from Pulp Fiction or something like that.
That was a totally different train of thought, but I just saw the note and it made me laugh.
I feel like Frozone would have that because he's like Frozone.
Yeah, and Pulp Fiction is just
Because
a
he's like
dude.
Frozone.
Yeah. What about Frozone versus like Ice Guy?
Oh, that's also a good one too.
They're both
like, people with,
ice
like same
powers.
powers.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say Frozone just because it's Samuel L. Jackson. You know, he's got like that surfboard. I don't think the other guy has a surfboard.
Well, Ice Guy can also manipulate. I forget, Iceman, not Ice Guy.
Ice Guy is Ice Guy.
Like, wait a second, what's his actual
Ice
name?
Guy
I'm
is
like-
the like my mascot of Rita's. I just realized that's where that was from. That I got.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like the gelati like cup or like just a cup of ice. I
Giant
think.
cup.
Wait, I thought it was Mr. Misto.
No, Mr. Misto was the old one. They don't use Mr. Misto anymore. That costume that I
Oh.
put on, we went to my family's Rita's a couple of weeks ago, and I put on the old Mr. Misto costume. But that's the old.
That was really funny.
I did the
The
whip.
past.
Yeah.
I did
What about
that.
Ice Guy versus Mr. Misto? I'm just kidding. All right. What was Ice Guy versus Frozone? What is everyone thinking?
I'm thinking. Okay, are we saying Ice Guy or Iceman?
Iceman. Sorry, not
Okay.
the
Where is
Rita's
Iceman
mascot.
from?
I'm not saying
He's
Rita's
an
mascot.
X-Man. X-Men.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to say Iceman. And the reason why I say that is because he can also manipulate himself, which is a big difference
Oh,
between
that's
Frozone.
true.
Yeah.
Like he can turn himself into ice. Frozone can't do that.
I was just gonna ask. I was like,
helpful.
what, like freeze his sweat? No, I was
He never gets hot. Or like Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. All right, let's move on.
I think we're learning a lot of parallels here.
Yeah. There's no original media anymore. All right. Sorry, Julia. Did we even answer yours? You said Jarvis, or was that?
We can rewind. We could really punch that argument of the cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just get Jarvis's central.
What if Tony made him waterproof?
That's not coffee proof.
Is he sticky proof?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Sticky keys?
Yeah. He gets really like amped up on caffeine and then like overloads or something.
Yeah, he just has like an actual mental breakdown, a quarter life crisis.
I'm just a computer program.
I don't get enough out of life.
I love how you were just like, Jarvis is like the superior being, and we've just like diminished him so much so quickly by a cup of Joe.
Everyone has their Achilles heel, you know?
Yeah. Yondu's is the mohawk. Jarvis is a cup of coffee.
I have a good one here.
Yeah.
I feel like Jarvis might be able to survive against a cup of coffee, but I got one off of the idea of like the same actor, different characters.
Okay.
What if we did Smaug from Lord of the Rings? You know, the dragon.
Cumberbatch plays him. Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Ooh, I don't really know Smaug's powers. He's just like he breathes fire and is like can't see well, right?
honestly, me too. Sometimes.
Honestly, that's a good point. But yeah, he's a big dragon, dude.
Like couldn't Doctor Strange just do a portal and like cut his head off?
That is true.
But
he really wouldn't be able to see well anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, like, I haven't seen The Hobbit, so I don't know. Like, what does Smaug bring to the table? Like,
I mean, he's like a giant fire-breathing. I don't know.
Sort of echolocation, maybe.
He likes gold.
Possibly.
He'd be able to tell if like Strange's like thing's
the eye
legit or not.
Is legit. Yeah, maybe could he sense like the eye? Like, could he sense where Strange is based on if he has the eye of Agamotto around his neck?
Yeah, like the multiplication.
Ooh, yeah. So that he couldn't use illusions against him. That's interesting.
That at least eliminates one of Doctor Strange's benefits.
Doctor Strange's like millions of powers.
Yeah, one of the.
I'm leaning towards Doctor Strange for that, but I wonder if like maybe Doctor Strange becoming a sorcerer, he could just like take him down, just like take it down this doctor.
Well, another reason why I was thinking of Smaug is because like the only way that they were able to kill him was like with the very special like plated arrow. I think it was Lord of the Rings.
Yondu?
So Yondu, yeah.
I think we're bringing him back.
Oh man,
just Yondu flies in out of nowhere. Lord of the Rings.
Mary Poppins comes in behind him as backup.
You know what? Might as well just ship them as a couple at this point.
You know what? Yeah.
A real power couple.
For real.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I'm with Mary Poppins, y'all.
That was such a good scene.
It was.
Dang. I want to watch Guardians 2 now.
Dang.
They just started filming Guardians 3, actually. 2 days ago, I think, from when we started recording this.
Is there a casting call?
I just saw.
No, I haven't seen any casting calls. I think the working title is Hot Christmas or something like that. So keep an eye out. Daniel and I are signed up for an extras casting agency, and like we get calls for Marvel movies sometimes. I think I told you about
That's so
that.
fun.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Let's do another one. I had one.
Next.
I had a Muppet edition one. So
oh boy,
I thought of Yoda, like the puppet Yoda, and then versus the dark Kermit from the meme that like is like the Palpatine Yoda. Because we don't know what he's got up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Like, what does he do? Like,
persuasion, like temptation.
That's true. Temptation.
He could convince him to turn to the dark side.
I was just thinking, did you ever see that video? I think it might have been on Twitter, and it was the guy like trying to like open the door a crack, and it's Kermit with like a handgun. He's like, "Just gotta let me in, bud. Just gotta let me in, pal."
Yeah.
That's how I'm picturing Dark Kermit. He's like, "Hey, just come here. It's fine. Just open the door."
So it's Dark Kermit with a gun versus Yoda. I think Yoda would just be surprised that there's another like Muppet-looking creature like him, and that would give Dark Kermit a chance to like.
Also, which version of Yoda were we dealing with? Are we dealing with like
puppet
High Council Yoda,
or like crazy senile Dagobah Yoda?
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, you mean that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Puppet version.
So Yeah,
That's a tough one.
What's everyone think?
I want to get Kermit to win this somehow.
I think he could.
I'm trying to find a way where there could be a battle.
Yeah.
Again, Wendy's parking lot.
Yeah. Wendy's parking lot.
Sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru.
Does Kermit have the backup of like Dark Miss Piggy as well? Because Miss Piggy is crazy.
I feel like that's bringing an extra character in. So
that's true. Like, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
Or follow-up meme. It's the Elmo that's just like on fire.
Oh, I think we might have to let another meme in. That might. Yeah. He sets it with the Wendy's on fire, and Yoda's distracted by helping people. That maybe Kermit goes in with the gun.
What is this analogy we're going on now?
I think.
What does Wendy's become?
I might vote still for Yoda. I think as much as I want Dark Kermit to win,
yeah,
you've got
he
900 years of Force experience.
He's not flipping anytime soon. I mean, he'll be doing like flips, but like he's not gonna be going to the dark side. Yeah,
Yoda's going and just trying to talk Kermit off a ledge.
Yeah, he turns Yoda or Dark Kermit back into like regular Kermit. It ends up just being counseling at a Wendy's parking lot. Oh, we also think. Wait, we think about the puppeteers though. We've got Frank Oz for Yoda and Jim Henson for Kermit. Ooh. So I don't know if they have any powers up their sleeves.
Maybe they have puppeteers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're also puppets.
They're also the puppets. All right, yeah. Next battle: Frank Oz puppet versus Jim Henson puppet.
All right, who's taller?
I don't know. That's surprisingly, that's not
like
one
Jim
thing I
is.
know off the top of my head, but I think you're right. If I had to guess, Jim Henson height 6'3". Dang,
I was
Jim
close.
Henson.
I'm gonna say 6'2".
Tall king.
Oh wow.
And who we have? Frank Oz.
He's gonna be 5'7".
6'2".
6'2".
Wow. Beat him by an inch.
That's a tough battle. I know. I was really hoping for like a 5'9" or something.
Yeah. Dang.
Maybe you have to be tall to be a puppeteer because you need like long arms.
Yeah, you need
That's
like the lankiness.
True. I didn't
Just
even
a
think of
concept.
that. Wow. Dang, I guess I can't be a puppeteer then. All right. I want to, before we jump on to some more ones, I wanted to jump into some intermission. So, Julia, last episode that actually hasn't been released yet, Daniel and I found some astounding news. So apparently the target market for Doritos is
why are you bringing this up?
16 to 24. So we're about to age out of.
I'm about to be out of Doritos.
Of Dorito, like territory.
Am I just gonna like lose my appetite one day?
That's what I'm like.
Can you imagine that?
I'm sad. So we
in
we
Walmart,
said,
you just see Doritos there, and you're like, oh man, that's just a young person thing. You know?
It's like when you get older and you grow up out of like your sweet tooth, and you're like, candy, gross.
Yeah. that led us down the path of like talking about different types of chips, and like their age ranges for like their target market. So we wanted to go through and just quickly rank some chips and also factor in their target market.
You made me just think of another mashup, by the way.
Okay.
We'll get into that after.
Save it. So, we've got Doritos that actually I was looking and I think the official like age range might be 12 to 17, but I looked at another website and they said 16 to 24. So I'm just going based on that because that means I'm still in the age range. Then we've got Pringles that is 10 to 25. So also approaching the deadline for that.
Interesting.
Yeah, where's that rank? Is that higher or lower on the tiers?
My personal chip tiers?
Yes.
Doritos are god tier. That's a little tough to
Well, which
approach.
Doritos?
Yeah,
you go for?
Important.
I'm a real just OG nacho. I had some spicy nachos the other day. Ooh. They were just nacho cheese Doritos, if you ask me. They weren't really spicy. I like took a bite and I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah. Did they mislabel this?
I don't think Pringles are bad. I have to say, my problem with Pringles is if I want a potato chip, I'm just going to eat potato chips.
True. That's okay.
Pringles are just like dense potato chips.
I love Pringles. I might have to slightly disagree with you there. If you are in the mood for Pringles, I can go through like a tube. Like,
yep.
Oh.
Exactly. Especially if it's like sour cream and onion. Like,
no, I disagree with that.
all-time.
I'm not a big sour cream and onion fan. I know it's like crazy. And all chips, not just Pringles. But yeah. And then so moving on from there, we've got Tostitos. That's a family. that's the age range just for families.
That's the age range family.
I also just think like that might have to go a little lower on my tier list just because you have to eat it with something else. Like you don't really have Tostitos on their own, you know? You got to have salsa or something else. That's my thought process for that.
I'm about to shatter the glass ceiling here. I love corn chips.
Okay.
Like I honestly, I do agree. I think corn chips, if you're comparing it to something like Doritos or even Pringles, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And I get how they get kind of dry, but I mean, I'll get a bag of Tostitos, like the little bite-sized rounds. I love corn chips.
Okay. That's fair. Daniel, what about you?
I'm same boat
As Julia or me?
as Julia. Like corn chips are like
Wow, I'm in the minority in here.
top tier. Yeah. Like
Jeez. I don't just actively
like, I
go
don't
out
even
and
need,
eat
like-
Tostitos.
I grew up sometimes like just eating them
grew up?
straight out of the bag. Yeah, I grew up. English.
Sometimes.
No, but
All
like
right, that's the end of the
like
podcast,
sometimes but no, like sometimes I just like eat them like straight out, like it didn't matter, It's just like, do I have salsa? No. Do I want them? Yeah. Let's go in,
Okay.
Daniel, how do you feel about mayo?
Ooh.
Depends. I used to be like a strict no mayo guy,
Ooh.
but then like I had it like on like I don't know, like it depends, like a sandwich or something like that, Like I had the Popeyes chicken sandwich for the first time. I do no pickle. I hate pickle, but they still have mayo on it.
I don't like pickles on things. I like pickles like alone. Like I can get like a pickle on a stick at like a carnival.
I like pickles
God.
when I'm by myself.
Yeah. When I'm in my feels,
alone.
I will have a giant pickle.
Disgusting.
I was hoping there was just like a food connection there because I have this theory: people either hate mayo or love mayo,
What do you
and
fall?
so
Where do
I
you
love
fall?
mayo.
Oh, okay.
I would dip my pizza in mayo.
Wow.
Oh.
Like
My grandma's
my
that way
theory there.
too.
When I was in high school, some of my tennis team told me to do it, and I was like, "You're crazy," and it just gives the same effect as ranch. It's just like
But
vinegary.
ranch is so good.
I
also
agreed.
not that much
Ranch
of a ranch guy.
S tier.
Yep.
Okay,
I
never
know.
mind.
Wait,
I have
what?
no.
Wait, what? What?
Hate
I
on
was
me, it's
hoping for
whatever.
like a
But,
connection.
what are you having the
theory
ranch
here.
with? Are you having it with just fries? Because that is so good. Like that's what switched me. I used to be a ranch not really lover, just because whenever I had ranch, I was a kid having it with like carrots, and I was like, I don't want carrots. And then like,
This is horrible.
and then what happened when COVID hit, and we went to, this was like a recent switch, but like we went to the first, and we had to get food, and so we got fries, and the only thing out there was ranch. I was like, I'll try some, and then I ate like the whole sheet of fries with ranch. I was like, this is amazing. And since then,
Well,
I've been on the
was
other
it
side of the
Champs
spectrum.
Ranch too, because it was first,
Ooh.
so it might be Champs Ranch is just really good ranch.
Okay, I don't know if I think I've had Champs Ranch like once. I don't know.
I think it has carrot bits in it. Not important, but
Oh, but no, carrots are coming back.
no. The interesting thing about mayo too, when I was annoying plug, when I was in Germany, that's one of those things when you order, you go down the street and you get a brat in a bun. When you get French fries, they serve it with mayo before they serve it with ketchup.
What? Is it good?
So like,
I mean, I guess
yeah,
you liked
yeah.
it.
I'm sitting with like a spoon, just eating it. No, I also would not do that. I would
Okay.
not just eat. No, they serve stuff with like ketchup and mayo the way that we might serve it with like, I guess ranch. I feel like ranch is kind of an American thing.
That's interesting.
I felt like I fit in.
All right. Let's finish up this intermission. So I've also got Lay's on here, Lay's chips, which we said last time, if you like a lot of air in your chips, that is
that's
something
what you go for.
But
yeah.
the target audience is for, it just says children and young audiences. And then one of the things that we noted, it said lovers of cinema. Like they specifically said that in their target audience. And I was like, well, this is a podcast about movies. So like, I'm in that target audience forever, I guess, as long as I like movies.
I hope you're happy with being in that target audience.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. What about you guys? Where's Lay's fall?
It's like average or below average, honestly. I mean, it's like the most generic chip.
Yeah, when you think of chip, like that's
yeah.
But that's a good thing if you, that's good marketing. If you think chip and you think like that's what you think of, like that's something to respect in its own.
Yeah, I guess.
Consumerism.
Yeah. What about you, Julia?
I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm kind of just a potato chip fan. So I think if it was Ruffles versus Lay's versus like,
You're a
I don't
corn
know,
chip
let's see.
connoisseur, but like when it comes to potato chips, you're just like, I'm just a fan, you know?
I hate to inform you, my Instagram bio is actually mashed potato enthusiast. So call me a potato connoisseur.
All right. Let's blitz through these last three. So I've got Cheetos, Goldfish, and Cheez-Its.
Ooh.
Goldfish, I just want to say to note, the target audience, it says children, moms, and teenagers. That is the target audience.
Moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a real man if you eat goldfish. Come on.
I love Goldfish. I literally have to, I don't buy them though, because I will just eat the whole like carton thing that they have.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the same thing with Cheez-Its though. The target audience, it said adult women. That's my target audience too. I'm just kidding.
I knew that was coming.
At least your target audience isn't the children.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you're not Anakin or Darth Vader.
The younglings are my specialty. All right.
I want to say Goldfish and okay,
I'm not Cheez-Its guy and Cheetos.
and Cheez-Its are probably like A tier. Cheetos like B tier to C tier.
You said Cheez-Its or A tier?
Interesting.
Dude, extra toasty? Have you guys had the extra toasty Cheez-Its?
I guess Daniel's an adult woman they're targeting.
Yeah,
you
all the
had
way.
you had me on the corn chips, and you have lost me on every single food opinion you have had since then.
What? Come on.
So Julia, you say the Cheez-Its are lower?
Well, because the exact reason I would say goldfish are the top tier in that selection. Then I would go Cheetos, Cheez-Its.
I guess I don't even
But
goldfish
the main
or chips.
reason when I get goldfish, I specifically buy the baby ones.
Oh.
Because I feel like when you get the
younglings are your
regular sized one,
specialty.
nailed it. That's my aesthetic. No, when you get the regular sized ones, in order to get the middle to cook, sometimes the edges are burnt. And I don't want the edges of my chips to be burnt, so I get the baby ones.
That's very smart.
I like it burnt
you.
though. It gets that extra like.
Someone
so-
may say I think too much.
Are the burnt ones
Pizzazz.
just more developed then? Like they're in the oven longer because they're adults?
They're more mature. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're getting to the psychology of goldfish, and we need to back to the tank.
Psychology of the oven.
Just last note. I prefer whales over goldfish. I think
No,
whales are
lame.
Like,
Boo. Boo.
It's wrong.
well, you can disagree with me. It's salty cheese. I love it. Anywho, let's get back to the tank.
Back to the tank. So, I don't know who's up. Does anyone have another one they want to go? I have a few.
Well, I had one based off the.
Yeah,
what
what was
we were just
yours?
talking about?
Based off the
So you made
intermission.
me think of Chip Skylark.
Oh my gosh.
Odd Parents versus Johnny Bravo.
I had Cosmo and Wanda on my list, I hope you know. So I was in the Fairly Odd Parents realm at one point.
I don't know enough about Johnny Bravo. Is he the guy with like the big muscly, super tall
Is
hair?
the
Leslie
big
got the
blonde
pointy hair. Always tries to get women, but he's always like doesn't get them.
Well, that's the
because he's,
thing.
like,
I think
awkward.
that's where I think Chip Skylark, he has hordes of women to fight his battles, and I think that might demoralize Johnny Bravo seeing all these women flooding around Chip Skylark.
Well, see,
know?
I was going to say he also has hordes of teeth.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
Yes, that was one of the songs we sang in the acapella groove, My Shiny Teeth and Me. It's in Big Booty 20 as well.
is it really?
Yeah, there's like a little section, and it's like, I was like jamming. I love it.
I haven't listened to the Big Booty yet.
It's pretty, I liked it, honestly. But yeah. So,
He's like big booty versus big booty.
so what do you guys think for the Chip Skylark debacle here?
Johnny is like more like destructible or like defensive, right? Like things hit him all the time. They just like bounce off, and it's just like, oh.
They are both cartoons.
That is true. So we got to think about that, you know.
But
But
also,
like Chip, Chip was abducted by one scrawny lady, Vicky.
well, Vicky
and,
is
like,
like
put in chains
evil.
One scrawny lady.
It's Thicky Vicky. Thank you,
Vicky,
very
you
much.
are one scrawny lady.
Well, remember, actually, Vicky gets pretty thicky Vicky in the
is
TV
true, in
show
the
when they like
TV
age
one,
her up. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Vicky.
Julia, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to stick with my man Chip Skylark here.
Yeah.
I feel like Johnny Bravo's only accomplice is his comb.
Ooh.
I feel
That's a
like
good point.
I mean, so it's maybe it's a sheath. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I
But
think the
aside
army
from
of
that,
teeth.
I don't know if
pretty
I could say
OP.
that Johnny Bravo looks like he has a lot of experience on the street. But if he has street
Yeah.
smarts, so.
And he also has his mama, you know? His mama takes care of him pretty good.
The Army of Teeth are really, really boosting Chip Skylark up for me.
Yeah. All right. I like that one, Daniel. Julia, do you have another one?
That's enjoyable. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I think you've only done one or two.
Well, I did Yoda and Dark Kermit, and then Aang and Darth Vader. Another one I had was speaking of Avatar. I was talking to my roommates earlier today. Logan said Korra versus Aang, like two different avatars, and I was like, does that mean if they go in the Avatar state, like Korra is using Aang's past life to fight Aang? Like, how would that work?
Ooh, that's a good point.
But so then
maybe it's post disconnect.
Maybe it's or it's like no avatar state, like just bending ability. At the end of both of their shows, maybe.
We're doing end of shows. We're not doing like
in a Wendy's parking lot, of course.
Okay, here's the thing. At the end of Korra's season, her seasons,
she was OP.
She was pretty messed up. Well, she's OP, but she's also messed up after the mercury poisoning and all that.
Messed up.
She was like, yeah.
Have you seen Korra, Julia?
I haven't.
Oh shoot! Then we let's not do this one. Then we'll do this another day.
I'm like, hi, my name's Julia. I came on a podcast about TV and movies. The thing I'm bad at is watching TV and movies.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Another one I had was this was what my roommate Matt suggested was General Grievous versus Bart Simpson. Or not Bart. No, wait, I mixed two of them up. But let's sure talk about that one. Let's
work with that. I like that so much, dude. That's so great.
I combined two of them. But yeah, let's.
If I'm being honest, Bart.
You were like Bart Grievous, and
he just slingshot his like heart that's exposed.
Exactly, dude. Or he can just like I don't know, like it's Bart. He just always is up to something mischievous, you know. So like he'll find a way to freaking take out Grievous.
Grievous' specialty is not younglings, so
exactly.
So he's weak.
What he was doing.
He's weak.
Yeah.
I picture Bart Simpson as like Macaulay Culkin from like Home Alone. Just a little freaking twerp that knows
Grievous
what he's
is just
doing.
like going down the stairs and there's tar and he's just stuck and gets a nail in his foot and all the other Home Alone stuff.
And then Bart just comes out, pulls his pants down, and laughs at him.
What is
Game
the
over?
for pulling down Grievous's pants? Is it like just like removing his legs? Like, how would you do that?
Maybe he steals the lightsabers.
Sucks to be you. You have no legs. Like, what?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Like, geez.
You loser.
The actual thing I was going to say was Grievous versus Black Panther.
Because that's interesting.
We're
Formidable.
Thinking, and we said in this caveat that Black Panther's vibranium suit acts as Beskar would in the, so like it would deflect the lightsabers kind of thing. That's the rules that we said.
Even without, I would say, like even without that armor trait, I would say Black Panther all the way.
Really?
And
why?
that's mainly because, well, one, he has the extra like above human strength and agility because of the herb.
But Grievous is a robot and has 4 arms.
Well, yeah, but we saw where Obi-Wan and other Jedi were able to still hold their own. When they are also technically, they have a like enhanced speed and agility, right?
Well, that's the thing. But, like a lot of the Jedi couldn't, like in that old cartoon from like,
because they don't have strength.
Right.
That's what Black Panther has. So he's able to hold up.
Because they're weak.
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think, Julia?
Well, if we're talking the 4-arm argument, and if we are considering him a panther, he also has 4 arms.
Oh.
Or legs.
Mm-hmm. He has 4 arms and no legs.
pick your appendage.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think I might have to be biased. Well, just I don't. You can't even argue really technology-wise because you can say, okay, yeah, Wakanda has ridiculous technology, but also so does space.
Star Wars, yeah.
So it can't just be like, oh, well, you know, since they have so much, like, Shuri made all that great technology, be like, well, easy pick, but
yeah.
If we're going off the vibranium that like acts like Beskar, it definitely gives T'Challa or Black Panther because you gotta keep in mind,
well,
Grievous' only defense for like his core, which is like all squishy,
me too,
is his lightsabers and his martial arts format, right? So if he can't defend against like a vibranium suit that he can't even get through, right? Like Black Panther could literally just walk up to him and be like, boop.
Well, on the other
You know?
hand, Black Panther struggled to catch a 100-year-old man with no arm. So, you know what I mean?
That?
Winter Soldier, when he was chasing him in the, the underground.
Yeah.
100-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
This is a Wendy's parking lot.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that. And I feel like T'Challa would know what that is versus Grievous would be like, what is this, fast food?
I can just imagine Grievous. He's like, where are we? What is this?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Wendy's. Can I take it? Cousin? Because it's like the machine.
Yeah.
Cousin? He goes, Mom?
Mom? Mommy?
Mom, is that you? He said, Mom.
Mom? I mean, mommy? Mommy?
He goes, can I take your order? And he goes,
He's like, this will make a fine addition to my collection.
Oh, those memes were so funny.
Julia, what about you? What's another one you have?
I think I'll have to vote T'Challa.
Okay. What about you?
Wait, did you ask me if I had a...
Yeah, no, that's all good. What do you... What's
I'm
your...
like, just T'Challa.
Okay.
And his inner demons. Something I was thinking, maybe you can help me come up with 2 characters out of this specifically. Because I was trying to think of movie franchises, and I was kind of going with the whole alien robot thing. I don't want to say this is true, because I want to find a loophole in it, but I love the Transformers movies. But I also want to say that, really compared to everything that goes on the Avengers, that the Transformers would just be leveled by the Avengers.
Really?
I don't know.
That's
I'm trying
interesting.
to think of, like... I'm trying to think of, you think of most villains, and anytime a robot gets in the way, someone just like rips off its arm and it's done.
That's true,
So
but I feel like the Transformers might be like sturdier robots than...
Have you seen the 4th one?
I probably have.
They get ripped apart like crazy.
It has like Mark Wahlberg in it instead.
Yeah.
Well, there's dinosaur Transformers. I would highly recommend you look up. And
I did see
think
that
they
thing,
have
I
a fighting
remember that.
chance.
Is that the one with like Merlin?
Yeah, it is. But no, I feel like Optimus and like Bumble, like the standard Autobots would
Bumblebee
actually have
the
more of a
goat.
chance against the Avengers.
Yeah, they have
than
plot
the
armor.
Dinobots. Well, no, not. Oh, yeah. But no, I honestly, because I feel like they're more agile. Like the Dinobots have more like strength and like speed.
Sturdiness.
Yeah, they're more sturdy.
I saw that video. There's a video of Daniel. I was just recording randomly on my phone, and the only thing I got like halfway through the conversation was Evan asking Daniel like, "What did you first notice about me? Like when we met, what was your first impression?" And Daniel looked at him and went, "Sturdiness." It was the weirdest thing, but it was like the weirdest clip that I just got.
That reminds me of a very separate random video.
Yeah. What is it?
Completely, wholly off topic.
That's fine.
It was my sister's husband's bachelor weekend, and they were wandering the streets of Boston, intoxicated.
Nice.
And someone goes to like parkour off like a statue or something, and just get really close to like the camera and just goes, "Power."
It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour.
And I was like, they had a good weekend, didn't they?
That's so funny.
So you're like sturdiness, and I was like power.
So who did you want against like Optimus Prime? The whole Avengers?
I'm thinking Optimus, and I'm trying to think of a good comparative Avenger. I'm trying to think of someone
like
more
Thor,
robot-like.
Oh,
So
Vision.
you can compare robot to robot,
I mean, you could technically say like Tony or Vision, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Tony the tiny robot, Optimus the big
Tony
robot.
the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger versus Optimus Prime. That's where I want. I feel like he could use Tony the Tiger. I actually want to complete this thread. I feel like he could like use he has like an army of kids behind him that like play baseball. They could just hit a bunch of baseballs at him. And Optimus Prime is so like, I don't want to hurt humans, that he won't attack these children. And then Tony the Tiger gets the upper hand.
He's like, no, the most American sport.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll go into this like whole monologue and then get like a baseball in his like eye or something.
Perfect.
I feel like that means Tony though would have to be like surrounded by children all the time. Otherwise, Optimus would just.
I mean, younglings are a
stomp on
specialty.
him.
I think we have a theme for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the sub caption for this episode.
Younglings are my specialty.
That's good. No, that's just gonna be the title. Younglings are my specialty.
Oh God.
The day that whatever we want got banned.
Yeah. Anyways, so who should we put against Optimus Prime?
I think it is tough because, as you're saying, I think if you were to do a one-on-one person, like Optimus Prime versus Tony Stark, I feel like that's almost an unfair matchup. But I also don't know if the whole of squad of Avengers, even if you took like the original movie, squad
unfair
of Avengers,
for who?
Right.
When you say that, I'm curious to see what you think there.
I guess maybe I'm underestimating Tony Stark. I was gonna say, I guess if you're Tony Stark and you're up against Optimus Prime,
Who's the Hulkbuster Tony Stark? That gives you some more oomph.
Something.
I think that could be a good matchup. Hulkbuster Stark versus Optimus Prime.
I feel like Stark would come out on top.
Really? Optimus Prime is huge.
But Tony has... Well, it also depends on what generation of Hulkbuster. If we're doing
do you remember
original
you see the
Hulkbuster
newest
that we
movie
saw...
where like Optimus Prime like went berserk, like when he like lost control of like his like moral compass?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. So like was he
Wait,
good?
which movie was that?
in the
Because have you seen it? Because I had just guessed.
in the new movie I saw in the trailers, like Optimus Prime, like I forget what
Bumblebee has to beat the crap out of him. That way he comes back to like his moral code.
Yeah.
What movie is this?
It's like the newest Transformers besides Bumblebee that was like not the best.
I'm a fake fan.
Yeah. Bumblebee was good. What are you talking
There's like
about?
12. No, I like Bumblebee. I'm saying the one this one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Are we talking newest as in like within the last 2 years or just like the latest?
No, I think it was like I think it's the latest.
The latest, like the main.
Maybe like 4 years. Within 4 years.
Okay.
Let me look this up. Latest.
I forget why he turned evil too.
I'm wondering if that's the
movie.
fourth movie I was thinking about or not.
It might be.
The Last Night, 2017. 4 years. I was right.
The Last Night. Is that the one where his like the other Prime comes back and they're like?
Again, I have not seen it. I don't know.
Okay.
Is this the one with the dinosaurs?
No, that was I have seen that one. That was one with
okay.
like Merlin and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, then
I think that one
I'm
might
out
be
of
actually
that.
the last one I saw.
Is there another one? Transformers Rise of the Beast? Is that just like a fan trailer? What the heck?
What?
interesting.
Oh my gosh, there's one coming out next year.
What?
Hey! What wonderful news!
Okay. I feel like the Transformers movies are like approaching like Shrek. Like I don't know how many there are, and I'm just like, oh, there's another one. The difference being I enjoy Shrek.
I think. Wait, there's 4 Shreks?
I think there's more.
Four officially. There's also the holiday specials.
Okay.
There's also there's like 1.5 or something like that. I think.
Is Shrek 5 a thing?
Maybe that was Lion King. I don't know.
Because I remember talking to someone about like the Shrek movies, and I was explaining a plot. They were like, "Well, that's movie 3," and I was like, "Yeah." And then this happens. They go, "No, that's the 4th one." And I said, "What?
They all
That's
mesh
not
together.
The same movie? Like, what do you mean?"
Every time I watch Shrek, I like don't think I watched the whole thing, and then I like come back. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize this was like in Shrek or this movie, whatever. Like there was like a whole rescue scene in one of them. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
My knowledge of Shrek solely revolves around the second one because there was a period of time it was just in our DVD player for like 4 months.
That's me with The Incredibles. That's all we watched.
But yeah, for Optimus Prime, I'm thinking, what movies? It's either the 3rd or the 4th one of the later movies. I mean, he comes out ripping with. It kind of reminds me of the Mega Suit or like Veronica, where like every time something falls off, he just has like a new attachment
he has like
come
the
in,
jetpack.
and he's
I remember that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if like Optimus would like recognize with his technology base that like that Tony Stark's communicating with like that satellite and maybe be able to take out that satellite to give him an advantage.
Regular Optimus would not be able to do that. Plus, you have to keep in mind, I think it was a 3rd one too. Optimus got totally wrecked to the point where like he had to be revived with like whatever the MacGuffin was of that movie.
The MacGuffin of that movie. Why wouldn't he be able to sense the what's it called?
Because they're robots, but they don't freaking send out like
They're
brainwaves to
robots
satellites.
in disguise.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like they're more alien than they are robot.
Yeah,
true.
Which is
It's not
also
like they
kind
necessarily
of
have a bunch of like tech stuff as much as like Jarvis is always like regulating everything.
yeah. They actually
he also has
support that more
Jarvis.
in the
Could he
later
like
movies.
hack Optimus?
Yeah, he
maybe?
could hack Optimus. That's what I was going to say. Like Tony could totally like do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, and then make another Ultron, but it's Optimus Prime.
I mean, if you almost you gotta go.
Optimatron.
I don't know.
Prime.
I don't want to call them low tech, but I mean, come on. Bumblebee has to talk through a car radio. He can't fix that.
That's true. That is very
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid point.
They've buried themselves in that hole with that. I vote Tony Stark Hulkbuster now.
So should we now put up Tony against like more of the Transformers, just like the Autobots?
Like Optimus and
Tony against the
Bumblebee?
Autobots.
Yeah, like
And,
against like
like,
Bumblebee and
the guy that plays Sully, who's that one?
Ironhide. And
I love Ironhide.
Who else? Who else
John
is there?
Goodman. Who's the John?
We could say
John
Jazz.
Goodman's a
John Goodman.
yeah.
Tony's
Just
John.
Not a Transformer. He voices just John Goodman. He voices. Wait, he voices. Oh no, he doesn't voice. I thought he voiced a dinosaur. He doesn't. He voices Hound, the like tank one or like army one.
Oh,
yeah.
he's
Wasn't
so
that Decepticon
funny.
What, Daniel?
No, that's the little boy, isn't it? Like the
No,
little
no.
one. That's all like.
No, he's a big one. He's a big boy. He's
Daniel
green.
is stuck only in the second Transformers movie, and I know every character he's talking about.
I know that one you're talking about too.
It's like the only movie they ever play on like ABC
I
Family.
know.
It's like
Is that the one where like the
It's called, I think, Revenge of the Fallen.
the guy eats all the
Yeah,
donuts?
yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah, it takes place in like
What?
Egypt.
Yeah, is that the one where the guy like goes in to get interrogated? Like he eats the donuts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Cool.
Wait, isn't that in the first one though?
I think that's the second one. That is Egypt. I remember that was Egypt. Yeah. And is that the one where the
'cause
balls hang
There's
out?
the guy that has like the
Of the
finger
Transformer?
things on his.
No,
Yeah,
that's not-
yeah.
Yeah.
I know the spot because there was a show about this guy named Carl, and it was like, I'd rather live outside the Wanda and look at the Wanda than live in the Wanda. You know?
Oh,
You guys ever seen that show with Carl?
with Carl.
Carl. That's just like the thing. His guy's name's Carl.
Have you ever seen llamas with hats? It was like a
Yeah.
Charlie the Unicorn era YouTube video. And
I
you
love
said, have you seen that
llamas
show
with
with
hats.
Carl? All I could think was Carl.
Oh yeah, that's. I
people.
remember that.
He,
All right.
he came to the door, and then I stabbed him 37 times in the chest. Carl, that kills people.
So-
I did not know that.
So we're saying Tony Stark for this.
Yeah.
All right. I think on that note, I think we've covered a lot of those. So I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless anyone has any last minute pitches, I think we should be good. If anyone has any pitches of their own, feel free to comment it down below or leave a review, all that jazz. Yeah. Okay. Well, Julia, thank you so much for coming out. This was really fun.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, you do have anything you want to plug? We always ask that of people.
Well, I don't do anything entertaining on the internet. But as you had mentioned, my boyfriend and his best friend just started a podcast. So I would recommend to people, if you have a general interest in sports, it's not really them being informational as much as it's just them having stupid conversation about sports.
Speaking of
if
stupid
you wanna listen,
conversations like this
yeah,
one,
tell your friends.
I was going to say.
That's what I'm saying.
check it out. It's linked down below.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen to Whatever We Want podcast.
Thank you. All right. Well, awesome. Thank you, Julia. Let's cut
Thank
to
you.
the outro. Whoa, that was an amazing time. I actually seriously did have a lot of fun with that. Julia, huge thank you again for
was
coming
that
out
out?
on the show.
Whoa! Like a
so
roller
tired.
coaster.
Are you ready for this is the latest we've recorded in a while. Ready for the patron shout-outs?
Yeah, hit me with them.
Cue Stars Music, Boosh. We got Patreon Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for listening. The tier links to the shout out for your supporters over on Patreon. Link is down in the description. You get episodes early, the audio episode early, special benefits, cool perks, get to vote on episode topics, all that jazz, and more. Feel free to, if you would like, leave a comment. We shout those out. I actually have a comment to shout out on our latest Buzz Lightyear video. Well, actually, I guess when this goes out, our latest will be something else. But on at the time of recording our latest video, Ant Force said, "You guys are actually so underrated." So thank you. We appreciate the rating we're at. All right, you ready for the outroduction?
Yep, tell me when.
When?
We just talked about whatever we want to talk about, and now we're done.
Thank you so much for listening. Seriously, really appreciate all the support recently. I don't know what subscriber count will be at on YouTube by the time this goes out, but if we're still below 100, then that or 101, sorry, then that giveaway is still going on. So if you subscribe, you have a chance to win like $40 or 6 months of Disney Plus on us, depending on if you have it or not. 2 people win that. So feel free to do that if you'd like. We'll see you next time for some more Marvels, more fun, whatever. Goodbye.
Peace.